Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the IRL podcast. Here we talk to people who run and own businesses and we dive deep into what it really takes to make it all work. No fluff, no sugarcoating, just real honest conversations. So today we have my trainer, Shuqi from CrossFit Kampung and many other gyms. Yeah.
Many other gyms, mainly is Kampung.
Yeah, mainly Kampung. That's why I'm wearing the shirt, you see.
Yeah.
And the socks also. I'm wearing the socks also. You see, I'm wearing green all also.
Lucky I never wear the same shirt.
Yeah, so why don't you introduce yourself? Like what actually you do, right?
Okay, I'm one of the co-owners. I didn't found Kampung, but co-owners of Kampung. Actually, do you know how it started? Because it started with 2 branches.
Yeah, that one I know. Yeah, but you can.
Yeah, so we started with Kampung Gym at Guillemard Road. So that was by Iran. And then after that, we got another branch. It was actually very close by to the first Kampung. It was like 100 meters away. So that one, I operated it. I ran it. And it was meant to be a bit more like beginner friendly. So at the start, we didn't even have like barbells at all. It was just dumbbell.
Were you in the first kampung before you?
Yes. So I trained and coached there also.
Oh.
But I didn't have any shares or anything like
Yeah.
Yeah, but I trained and coached them.
Okay.
Then after that, they like got them packed already. So we were like, oh no, we either move or we open a second one. Yeah. So the thought process was we open a second one for a bit more for beginners. Yeah, so that we can kind of like get the beginners and then after that we train them to CrossFit. Then we funnel it into a big gym, which is what we did now, no? Yeah, so after that, then we funneled into CrossFit Kampung. And that was 2 years ago. Yeah, so since then we moved to a bigger place really, so all good.
But yeah, you are a lawyer, right? How do you even get into this? Right, actually, your background was like you were from RI, right?
Yeah.
RG.
Actually, yeah, I was from
Raffles
Anderson
all the
Sec.
way.
No, I was from Anderson Sec.
Okay.
Then O levels, like wow, then what? Then
Okay.
RJ.
How do you score on levels? Like how hot is hot?
I think I got 1B. Then I was very upset. I went to cry.
Oh.
Like I got 1B, so I think the rank point was like 88 or something.
Okay.
Then I was so sad. I was like, wow, 1B, I'm going to cry, sia.
Then you went to, but you still got
I
into
still got
2
into
points
well,
and you
I
still
still
got into
got-
RJ.
Yeah.
Then after RJ,
Then I went to SMU.
yeah. Why do you not do law? Like, I mean, I can ask myself that question, but
Yeah lah. Okay, but you took a step up. My one was I finished law school,
yeah.
so I did law and business. Then after that, I did the bar exam also. But I didn't finish the traineeship.
Where were you training?
So I didn't even start.
I
Yeah.
see. You didn't even start.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was supposed to go R&T. So I didn't even start that. Then I was like, wow, if I go into law, I don't think I can come out already.
Why made you say that?
No, I scared like, wow, I'll be like too overwhelmed with work. Then I'll just okay, I'll just keep training. So I told myself that if I want to go into this fitness thing, I must just go. I cannot think.
Okay.
Just go.
And how like I'm trying to understand like how do you get into, so you finished the bar exam and then one day you had a kind of like a epiphany that like oh shit, if I go into this industry it's gonna be a black hole.
Yeah, it is. I was like, wow, imagine I don't even have time for myself. I don't have time to work out, which at that point of time was quite important to me also.
Okay.
And I was also like coaching. I was like, okay, I also
And you were
want to
already
continue.
coaching in Kampung by
Yeah, I was
then.
already coaching
Okay.
at Kampung. I was coaching at like F45 also, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then I was like, I still want to continue it, but I don't think I'll have time to do it at all if I was
True.
going
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, then I was like, how to balance both? Then I was like, okay, since at that point of time I was 24, so I was like, okay, if I want to do it, I better do it now. Imagine I come out at like 35 years old, who's gonna employ me as a fitness trainer? I better like come
Quite
out.
a lot of people do it, right? Like those midlife, quarter life now, like quarter life crisis people who became very fit and then suddenly become.
Yeah lah, but then I was
Right.
like, I might as well just start now when I have no liabilities in that sense, like don't need to pay for rent, whatever. I do now before I go into in the law industry law. So I just wanted to start.
And you did super well in law, right? Were you like cum laude or?
No, like, I could not but not anything after that. But yeah, it was still okay. Yeah, lor.
Okay, I graduated bottom of my class. No, I'm just kidding. Close to the bottom of my class.
How long do you work for as a lawyer?
Like a year? Yeah. So
Like a year.
yeah, it's not very long. Yeah, I also decided that if I was young, I should just come out and do something
How?
until
I mean,
yeah.
might as well try law. So I told myself that okay, I'll give myself 2 years just to try. If it cannot, then go go back. Yeah. But if it works, then it works.
Yeah.
I think it's been working now.
Yeah. So like how has that journey been since you quit like you didn't even get into law and then what was the timeline like? Then you fell out your parents? No, I was kidding. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, how's the parents thing actually?
Now we exchange stories. So I didn't dare to tell them.
Okay.
I signed the lease. Then I told them. Yeah, so I signed the lease for Kampung 2 first. Then I told them. Then I didn't dare to tell them like face to face.
Also, Kampung 2 came after that lah. So that was the Kampung 2
Yes.
phase.
So I think I remember like I signed the lease in like November, December or something.
November, December is the perfect time.
Yeah, because I'm
mine
supposed
too.
to start training in January. I was
Yeah,
like,
correct.
November, December, cannot wait already,
Yeah.
must go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I started, I signed that. Then after I signed, I was like, wow, I don't know how to tell them. So I wrote, being a lawyer, I like to
Yeah.
write, right?
Yeah.
I wrote a blog post. Then I sent them the link. When I'm in the room, then I'm like, wow, right.
Oh
Then I
my
sent the
God.
link. Then I was like, I sent the link.
So what do you write in the blog
I
post?
don't remember. I was like, I decided that I don't want to do law, that kind. Then after that, then they talked to me about it, kind. They were like not 100% supportive, but they agreed that they will let me like try for 2 years and see how it goes. Yeah, and it helps that they are also quite active. So they also do like
Yeah.
CrossFit and stuff. So they kind of understand like
Did they go to Kampung?
Yes, they don't train there a lot because Kampung like a bit of the younger crowd.
Okay.
They like the older crowd. Yeah, but they pop by once in a while. Yeah, so not too bad. Okay, your story.
Sorry, mine was quite dramatic. I threw my letter. Then after that, then I tell them. Then I think they got crazy. Then it was the same time as my wedding, so it got pretty dramatic.
But that time you were living with them.
Yeah, I was in my last 6 months living with them. But then they say, why you want to quit and everything lah.
Yeah.
Then the wedding was a bit dramatic also. But I think it stemmed from I don't know. I think it's a tradition thing. Do you feel like you need to be a doctor, lawyer, or
Correct.
engineer?
Stability law, at least got the
Stability, right?
stability.
Yeah. But would you wish that on your children as well? Like stability? I mean, we don't have children now, but we cannot say if you...
Yes and no. I understand where they come from, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that when you go out and do your own things, you won't do well, ma. So I would say when you are young, just give it a try first. But do you have a backup plan? Like
Oh no.
Or you
Really, that's
or
why.
you just throw without doing anything.
Yeah, I just throw and I'm like, okay, throw first thing later. You know,
Okay,
right?
I think that's a problem.
Okay.
In my head, I'm like, okay, I must have like backup plans first. Then I throw. Then I do something.
Okay lah, but
Yeah,
you did have like a track record of already earning some income.
Yeah.
Plus, then now there's opportunity that was laid in front of you.
Yeah, correct.
So you left lah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So at least like there's another pathway. But for you, I don't know.
For me, it's like the cliff. Let's jump. Go.
Ah, crazy.
Yeah, then no, but honestly, I was applying really. Like I was applying to other jobs, but I mean, this is my experience. Maybe my CV very bad, but I don't get many callbacks, especially from non-law jobs. I think the only one that I got back was from ByteDance, but it's for in-house.
What
right?
kind do you apply for? Is it in-house or like
BD,
consulting?
I applied for BD and but I also applied for random anyhow jobs. So-
Yeah, maybe it's 1 year only.
Yes,
Maybe
yes.
if you're a bit more senior then.
Yeah. Now I'm unemployable.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, how was the how was it like running Kampung 2? I mean, as a first time business owner, right?
Yes. Fun fact, if you Google, I just Google on the way here. I Google youngest gym owner in Singapore. Then my name pop up.
Oh, is it?
I wanted to
Oh.
check if I'm really the youngest. Yeah, so I was 24 ma. Then in my head I was like, wow, who's gonna trust a 24-year-old
Yeah, it's
to
true, it's true,
freaking
it's
run a
true.
gym?
Yeah.
It's like, I think if it were me, I don't think I'll go to a gym. I'm like a 24-year-old. Yeah, so it was hard at first. I think a bit of an imposter syndrome thing, like, can I really do it? And it didn't help that I didn't have a lot of experience. Yes, I had like that 2-3 years of coaching, 2 years of
Yes.
coaching experience.
Would you say that's not enough?
I don't think it's enough.
Okay.
I think you still need to build up more. And I didn't have like people, like I didn't come from like another very big gym, right? But I didn't have people to follow me. So it was really that just start from ground zero and hoping that people will just come. Yeah, so that was a bit hard. But I think I got very lucky because it spread through word of mouth. So more and more people came. It's like friends bring friends, friends bring friends. So it wasn't even a lot of social media. It was just really word of mouth. And then from then on, the community grew. So that was when I realized that community is super important.
Yeah.
Because once there's a community, then it starts growing.
Yeah.
That's when people
Then the MLM starts. No, just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah. So the joke is one of our members, she keep bringing people.
Yeah.
We call her MDRT. Really bring people. Yeah. Yeah, lor. So it's a good thing that the community grew. So I got very lucky that they kind of trusted me in that sense. Yeah, because I don't think I trust myself. Okay, yeah, but I don't know.
You attribute it also to kind of like your skills in teaching, and that I mean at least at the start lah, before the community was formed, like the word of mouth is like cause of the quality of your training.
Yeah, I tried to really just coach. It's like I think I was coaching a lot and I was trying to learn from other people also, even was teaching me and everything. And that helped. But at the same time, I was also a bit apprehensive because I was a bit scared because quite a few of my members were also like F15 BFT trainers, that kind. Then I was like, I'm training the trainers, so I better be like good. Yeah, so in that sense, that put a bit of pressure on me.
Yeah, in CrossFit, it's like you are if you're a trainer in CrossFit, you're like training trainers, right?
Yeah, yeah. And then I was like, wow, actually I'm not even that good at CrossFit last time. Wow, I can't even do like bar muscle. I'm like, oh my god, who am I to teach?
Oh, you didn't get your bar muscle before you...
No, I was like, wow, I was damn good. I swear, I was damn good. Yeah, so it was a blessing lah that they chose to trust me. Then we kind of grew together as well. Yeah, so that was good.
And that was during COVID?
It was after COVID. So it was 2022. January, Feb 2022.
And you all moved out Kampung pretty quickly, right?
End of 2023.
And then after 2023, you all started the combined gym at Crescent.
Yeah. So now it's been 2 years long.
And how has it been going?
I think it's been good. I think we also got very lucky because all of our, I think 90% of our members from like the 2 gyms followed us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so once we had that 90%, the base was there already. Then subsequently, some people flew in, like you, and you joined. Okay? Yeah, so it was good that we really had that base. Then from then on, we just tried to keep growing. And again, we went back to the basis that it was really the community holding people together. Yeah.
How did it feel? I think, because now you have 4 partners, right? And previously, I mean, each gym will have probably 2, is it? Or 1 or 2?
Yeah, I think usually it's quite a lot of partners actually, but you will only see that maybe that 1 or 2 lah.
Okay.
Because they running the show.
Yeah,
but usually got a few lah, maybe 3 or 4.
Okay. And then how do you manage? I mean, having partners is like marrying the person.
That's true.
So how do 4 of you manage each other? Because definitely got quarrels, definitely got issues, right? Yeah.
I think somehow we worked really well and we complement each other a lot. So I always say like Joe is always the muscle man. He do all the logistics. Then L and I think Ian handles a lot of things on upfront, so he makes the main decisions. But L and I does like a lot of like the marketing, brainstorming for ideas, that kind. So I think we are a bit more like, okay, we have a vision, whatever, that kind. Then after that, Ian will support and he try to throw in ideas and make decisions. So in a way, we gel very well together. Joe is okay, I'll do. You say whatever, I do.
Yeah, I get that
I
from
think
you.
every team needs that one
Yes,
person.
yes,
also.
yes.
Yeah, so in that sense, we
The
really-
executor, yeah.
yeah, correct. So whatever you tell him, he'll just do one. Yeah. So in that sense, we work together very well. And I think we also understand that all 3 or 4 of us, we didn't come from very flashy backgrounds. Like I feel like a lot of CrossFit gyms owners, they came from like other CrossFit boxers, that they learn a lot that kind. But especially for me and Iran, we didn't have anyone to learn from. Like Iran pick up only like
From
on
YouTube.
Really? I don't know. He
How
see,
to
that
do
he
a snatch.
Yeah, so no one taught him. Then after that, no one really taught me also. He taught me like there's
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
So it was really like passion drove us to do this. Which is why also we took a slightly longer time to kind of learn all the skills, everything. And in a way we also always question ourselves like, oh, are we doing something right? Are we on the right path? That kind. Yeah, so it's purely passion. Joe also learned from Iran. I don't know why. Joe also learned from Iran. Elle had a bit more of a background, but she also learned and joined us in like 2020 or 2019 or so. Yeah, so we were really like from ground up, just passion lor. Yeah, which is a bit more different from I feel a lot of other gym owners where they are motivated by other things also.
Like, but what could a gym owner be motivated by?
As in, there are a lot of other gyms that it's purely just investors. Then like they just have 1 or 2 people running the ops.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you have many gyms that all the partners are heavily like invested in all the like the daily operations, that kind. Yeah, they really understand what's happening in the ground, on the ground. Lor.
So in comparison with like franchise type stuff, gyms, it's more hands-on now, more curated, more own flavor kind of thing.
Correct lor, cause like I said, like it's about community ma. So if you don't know what the community is, then it's very hard for you to kind of
True.
like, push the gym to the next level.
True. How important is it? I mean, you can have community, but then at the same time, you also want to be open to new entrants into like new members. Or, if not, of course, the money will just stay there, right? Yeah. So how do you all balance that?
I think we are trying to kind of lower the barrier of entry. Like just telling people that CrossFit is not super hard. Like it's possible to start learning. Like me and Aaron also just started learning. Like last time I failed an empty bar snatch that kind. I don't know how to do an empty bar snatch. Yeah, that kind. So it's possible to like just start learning and eventually just kind of join the classes. And ultimately everything is very scalable also. So we are trying to do that, whether through social media or whatever, just to kind of tell people to give it a try. So I think the word itself is very intimidating for some people also.
Yeah.
Then people will just think it's very, very high intensity, which yes, it is, but it's also relative to yourself lah.
But I mean, recently there's all the the physical 100. Did it help actually? You?
Actually, yes. I remember when Physical 100 came out, then I think we had 1 or 2 people who were like, oh, I want to try CrossFit because Amoti does CrossFit.
And then Amoti came up
Yes,
to the
and
gym.
then Amoti came to Kampung. Yes, I was like, wow, I need to quickly post on Instagram. That kind. Yeah, so that was quite helpful. Like, actually, he's damn nice. He really so nice.
Yeah, he's really, really nice.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, I was thinking about like the business model of a gym. It's purely subscription, almost like subscription based, right? So, and then also now in Kampong and in a lot of other gyms, the owners and the trainers are very hands on. And so, is it difficult to scale or like to run a gym that is eventually profitable, like that is like hugely profitable or like successful in that sense?
I think that most gyms, especially in Singapore, just because the rental is super crazy, it's very hard to be very profitable, especially if you're not a franchise. It's very hard to be very profitable in the first like 1 to 2 years.
Okay.
If you are a franchise and you have like that base of
That's a
people,
completely different model.
yeah, then that's a very
Yeah.
very different model already. But if it's like really just a round up thing, then it's a bit hard, just because there's a lot of overhead costs as well. But just because it's a very recurring payment, then you just keep getting members in, you keep growing. Then after that 2 or 3 year mark, then I think that's when you will kind of see like, okay, you are profitable and you're doing something right. Yeah. So usually I would say it's the 2 year mark.
Is there a lot of like upfront investment that you guys need to do? Because I mean, it's a space and then a lot of like equipment.
I'll say it's a lot at the start for equipment and renovation. Equipment itself is actually very expensive, especially in the
Like ballpark or like one gym to buy equipment.
Okay, think about it. It's like, let's say, you know, one of the rubber mat
Okay,
on the floor,
okay,
you guess
okay.
how much?
$10, 12, maybe like $10 to $15, no? If you buy from China, maybe.
Okay, you buy from China, but
Yeah.
a bit more. But even if you buy from China, but if you buy from a local or Malaysian
Yeah.
supplier, it can go up to like $40, $50.
$40, $50.
Yeah, for 1 meter by 1 meter.
Oh, that's like
rubber
in
mat.
Sims, right? Then you
Yeah,
the
then you
towel
need
that,
to
wow, this
mark
towel is
and yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, even the mats itself, I think the mats itself, just to mat out, it cost us quite a lot, like 5K, 6K.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you see like one bike, it's really like 3K.
Oh,
One
yeah.
echo bike is really 3K already.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you kind of want to show that your gym is quite big, it has all the equipment and everything, the equipment can go up to almost, I would say, 100K.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's on a bigger gym.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
For ours, not super big. It didn't cost that much.
But also you have Joe to go and lay the things down.
Yes, screwdriver, everything. Yeah. Maintenance work he do.
Yeah.
So that helped a little bit. I think our upfront cost for equipment was 50-ish. You add up. So a bit on the smaller. Then subsequently month on month,
Then
try
you
to
add
upgrade and try to get it.
yeah. So overall, probably across 100K even, right? Yeah. Oh, that's. And then on top of that, you have to pay for the rent, which is in the 5 digits. Type.
Yes,
Yeah.
5
Most
digits.
gyms will be in like
Yeah.
convenient locations, always 5 digits.
Number 5 digit.
Yeah. And then, that is really very hard to. I mean, in my mind, I actually considered opening a.
You did the math, right? It's really quite hard.
Wow, it's really quite difficult. I think the break even in good, assuming it's a successful location and membership and all, I think it will take about 2 years at least to break even the capex and the rental.
Yeah.
And if
2 years.
then now you have I mean, because there's subscription, there's a churn, right? And then I think when BFT came in, they bring in a business model that is like, you can pause anytime, you can cancel anytime, kind of thing. That made the certainty of the member being in the pool of revenue like very uncertain, cause anytime they can churn, and then when they churn, then you panic. Does that happen?
Yeah, correct. And we also like spot trends, like
Okay.
it'll be like now High Rocks trend and everything. Then everyone will, okay, I want to do High Rocks. Then they'll go to the gyms that offer that. Yeah. So at all times we're always trying to spot trends. Like now Turf Games coming also. Then we will need to like maybe tailor the program a little bit, like see what's the demand there. Then we adjust accordingly. Yeah, but ultimately it's really just responding to the people.
Continue
and what
being
they want.
relevant and also responding to the people in the community.
Correct. Like if our community don't like to do High Rocks, then we won't offer High Rocks classes that kind. So we will adjust accordingly. Then that's how we kind of like draw people in a little bit more.
I was in another gym. I wouldn't say which gym, but like I did it for like 2-3 years and I got so bored because nothing really improved or changed. And I think they were subject to their HQ also. So if then I was thinking like, especially in this kind of franchise fitness spaces, the HQ's R&D in terms of like, or like even continuing to be relevant in the fitness space is like super important
Yeah.
to even their own survival, right? Because like for me, it's like I was in the gym for like 2-3 years, nothing really changed. I got bored. There was, of course, I was still fit, but like I was like, okay, I think I'm just gonna find something else, right? Yeah.
Correct.
And I think in your situation, because you all have autonomy on what you all teach and what you all program, I think that, do you feel like that's a very good advantage that you all have vis-a-vis like other franchises?
Yeah, I think that flexibility helped in that sense, like, okay, we can tailor the program law accordingly. Then like weights wise, we can tailor, which is also like the beauty of CrossFit in that sense. But actually franchise model, it works, but I feel like they need to understand the Asian market because a lot of the franchise come from like Australia. Yeah, so the market there is also very different from the Asian market. Like
What's the difference?
Like even like when it comes to like strength numbers or like body size, that kind. Asians are more petite a bit smaller, that kind.
True.
Yeah, and maybe like they're a bit smaller, so they won't be able to bite the cows as much. Yeah, so actually if I'm not wrong, a lot of like this kind of franchise, the program is similar, but they will tweak it for the Asian market as well.
So the Asian market, they just lower it?
Yeah, so they make it slightly easier.
But is our cardio better or not really?
Not really.
So you just
everything like must drop like 20%. Yeah, so they will tweak accordingly. Like, if everyone see like, wow, I can never hit 20 calories in 30 seconds, then how? Must adjust accordingly.
Yeah, wow. Yeah. And I mean, having that franchise model also does, like I've noticed also that some other gyms, they go by the franchise model and then they kind of carve out the landscape. Talking about like knowing the land, knowing like Asia, like sometimes they carve out the land doesn't make sense, man. Right? Like I have a BFT near my house. It's like just across the road. It's like why got 2 BFTs? No, but anyway, yeah. I think understanding the lay of the land is quite important.
Yeah, then that one depends on the franchise owner as well. But actually, the HQ will try their best to control that. They cannot be so strict. They will try their best. But also must see the franchise owner. Must know.
Yeah. Then, I mean, now a lot of industries got disrupted by like AI and tech and all that. I always thought that gym might be one of the hardest to be disrupted. But what are your views on that?
I think that people can get a workout without going into like group classes. You can still go to your commercial gyms. You can still get a program. You can go. I know a friend who go ChatGPT and like give me a back workout for today.
That's true. Yeah.
So you can do that. You can still follow, but ultimately there are a lot of people that also need like that personal touch. Yeah. So if you go to like a commercial gym, unless you are very, very disciplined, you may not be able. Yeah, that's not you, correct? Yeah, also you really need a lot of like discipline if you wanna kind of just work out alone. You need like that end goal and mind lah. So I feel that group classes, these sort of like CrossFit classes are here to stay.
Okay.
Just because people come and it's an avenue for them to like get together with their friends and really just work out and really just throw aside thoughts of work, everything, and you just get it that 1 hour workout. Which is good because it's good for us because they really need that space to kind of like do it with their friends and everything. Like even if imagine you work from home every single day, then after you go Anytime Fitness, it gets very boring now. You need some human interactions also. I think gym offers that.
Yeah, I actually, it's quite interesting because I always thought like it's like that, right? Like if I go to work and go to gym, then community, like it feels good, right? But apparently there are people that don't like it, like I was talking to one of my friends who is in Revel, then he was like, there's this like gym that specializes in like not having people around right? So I was talking to my friend, he's from Revel, then he said, God, anybody go to that gym, man? Then I was like, actually have leh, cause like I know the founders lah.
Yeah.
So it's like actually have it's quite a lot of people, and apparently these people like they don't like community. It's like introverts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And apparently it's like a thing. So I just find it very interesting.
I think God.
Yeah.
Probably not the majority, but the minority.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, there are confirmed like people who just wanna I just want my own space. And I
Yeah,
just
my wife also
do my
is
own
like
thing.
that. Yeah, Rich is like no, I don't want people to look at me. I don't want guys to like look at my form and like what's going on. I like to do my own squats. And
Or maybe
stuff.
because like the job itself is very people facing.
Yes.
Yeah, then you just want that space for yourself. Yeah, so I guess it works both ways though.
But I think I just want to talk about like the whole industry, like the whole fitness industry, fitness wellness industry. I think over the past 10 years, it has been like increasing, and like the prices also has started increasing a lot. But do you feel like we are at the peak of it, or are we still going? There's still room to grow in this industry.
I think there's still a lot more room to grow, but maybe in like different trends. So I feel like again different trends. So like you see like yoga was hot for a moment. Pilates is quite hot now.
Spin.
Yeah.
Spin is at the
A
end.
bit dying.
It's the retro trend. No, actually.
Yeah, so different trends. So it will still grow, and more people will find like different things to do. So in general, it will grow. It's just what it will like kind
I
of
see.
move into.
And then do you think it will be important for, because like I noticed, like for example, Absolute used to be a full spin studio, I think. Right? And then suddenly they pivoted to bring in like Pilates. And then recently, I mean last year I went to one of their outlets and they converted almost all their studios into like Pilates studios, and like they just keep like one left. Do you think like it's important to keep changing, and like changing would also affect the revenue, right? Because you need to, it's like F&B, you're trying to change the concept, right? Yeah.
But supply demand law. So if no one likes yoga, then you keep offering it. Also, no point, ma. But I think Singaporeans, they like variety. So they like especially places that kind of offer a lot of things also, which is what we also want to kind of offer. Like you can come to a gym, you have CrossFit class. Then maybe if today you want to do a bit more engine, then we have engine classes on Thursday, that kind. So it's like more of like, okay, I come here, maybe I can do Pilates, I can go yoga, I can go spin. Which is what I see a lot of gyms doing as well. Like they really
But
just
still in the
give
boutique space lah, not like the
Yeah.
commercial kind
Yeah,
where
yeah,
like they do the spin is look at the track one, you know, you got no music. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people really like the variety, which is why I think Class Pass is doing also very well. Because people just, okay, I just buy the credits and I
And then you can
try
go anything,
everything.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, so people like that variety. So that is also one trend that we are seeing. Yeah.
But do you feel like, I mean, as a person, like concentrating on like a certain type of fitness activity is better than, like, let's say, because when I was in Class Pass, then I just signed up for like really very random things, right?
Yeah.
Then in the end, I mean, my own personal journey is that it didn't benefit me because like in terms of fitness lah. Like my tummy was still there. And, but do you think keeping to one type of training or like two types of training is important? Is the way to go, or you think actually variety is better?
I think it depends on your goal. If your goal is like, okay, I want to get stronger, then obviously if you one day do yoga, one day do Pilates, one day do strength training, they won't work very well lah. So you need to, okay, I just focus on my strength training. But if I'm the kind that I just want to move a bit, I just want to de-stress after work, and just want to do something, then something is better than nothing. Then I'll say go for it lor, rather than you don't do anything. Yeah, so it depends on the person by person.
So I'm also talking about like trends. Let's say, I mean, touch wood if CrossFit like becomes not relevant, like physical 100, suddenly the winner is like I don't know, like from High Rocks or something. Then would how would you all envision like moving along with trends in that sense? Like, cause I mean now is quite CrossFit focus, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think this CrossFit thing has been ongoing for very long already. So it's kind of here to stay. It's just like what branding it takes. So it may not be a CrossFit branding, but definitely there'll be elements of functional fitness, functional training, which like a lot of gym offers. So there are probably a lot of gyms that actually kind of do CrossFit, just that they say they don't do CrossFit. So it can be something that if
Because they need
touch
to pay
wood-
money.
Yeah, definitely. So if one day like okay, like the branding of CrossFit doesn't work anymore, then we will still offer the functional fitness bit, kind of like CrossFit, but maybe not. So we adjust accordingly. So if one day like suddenly Ollie weightlifting becomes super popular, then maybe we offer a little bit more. That kind, yeah. So we adjust accordingly, but it will still be in that
That space
scope.
lah, yeah. But I mean, you also do like movement training and everything. Would that be something that you would bring into? Cause I think it's picking up also, right?
Yeah, I think I went into it because I saw the trend, So I saw the trend that cause the aging population and everything, and people take pride in like, okay, now they know that okay, I need to move well, I don't want to get injured, that kind.
I want to get injured.
Yes,
Cannot
you.
relate.
Yeah, so people are like, okay, I need to do more mobility work, that kind. So those are picking up, and which is what we are trying to slowly introduce also.
Okay.
So we're also trying to introduce a seniors class soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'll probably do it in the next 1 or 2 months. Just trying to push that out, just to reach out to the older crowd. Yeah, I think quite cute. Imagine you bring your parents to the gym.
Yeah.
Then you can work out that kind. So we're trying to do that.
Yeah. Do you feel like I always had this thought that our parents' generation, like the boomer or like the slightly younger than boomer generation, have been like putting their health or like this kind of like fitness aside. Do you think like that and then a lot of them, like my parents also, like they really have trouble moving and all. Like, do you think it's something that the government overlooks, I think, at that time?
But I mean, if you think about it, like 20, 30 years ago, really everyone was just hustling. Really hustling. And I don't think they overlooked it. There were still people who worked out but really the priority was really just earning money. And so better late than never. So at least if they can, then they start now. Yeah, but I think our parents' generation or whatever, they are starting to kind of realize that okay, I kind of need to like move a bit. If not, the strength training part matters a lot also. So I realized that a lot of like the seniors, they will start to go out and like play paddle.
Yeah.
Right? It's like picking up because they know
Maybe
that,
not paddle, like pickleball. Paddle is quite intense actually.
Okay.
Paddle is different. Paddle, they will crash into the glass because they cannot see.
My parents play squash.
Your parents are cool lah. Yeah.
So they kind of realize that okay, I just need to start moving a little bit. And even that bit of movement helps. I rather they climb stairs like that. I don't know, like a couple of flights a day, better than sitting at home every single day.
True.
Yeah, so that bit of movement helps. Then gradually, maybe it's social media or word of mouth, whatever. Then they realize that okay, maybe I need to start moving more, or maybe they're more free now. They just need to move now. Yeah, so whatever movement they can get in, whether it's strength training or whatever, it definitely helps them to kind of be a bit more mobile or agile. Yeah.
Do you feel like that as a nation develops, it's kind of like a either or kind of thing? Because if your people are spending time doing CrossFit, they will work less hard. You know, like maybe like in, for example, developing nations like China. I mean, they are quite developed really or like they should be prioritizing work and sacrificing their health. Like think about the health problem next time.
I think it's a balance. You cannot be productive like 24 hours. So there will always be that time you just have like go and exercise or whatever, which I think it works. Just because people are so stressed out at work. Then again, like exercising kind of gives them an avenue to just be stressed. I don't know about you, but I think most people when they exercise, they don't think about work at all. They just think about the burpees.
Yeah, lah, I don't
they
lah.
have
I
to do.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, so at least it takes their mind.
I
off
think about how
things.
to one up.
Yeah,
next
yeah, okay, like 1 kg more that kind. So this is something
Yeah, it's
different.
quite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like when I was in law, I wake up every day the same time. Everything like I take the same train and I go to the same class. I walk in at the exact same time, which is after the warm up, and then I do the exercise, and then I'll just like not think about work.
Yeah, no,
it helps
which is good,
with
which is
work,
good.
right? Yeah.
You had time to work out, even as a lawyer, whatever.
I really go for the morning class of like
The very early
7:25,
It's not-
7:30 class, and then by the time I'm done, I'm there. I gave myself like this is a non-negotiable. No matter what the client wants, or like what my boss wants. I mean, they also don't wake up that early, lah, right? So I wake up like 6 plus and then go to the gym and eat.
But probably you
Helps lah.
sleep so late also.
Yeah, I sleep at about 1, 2, which is okay. Which is okay for a lawyer.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Yeah, but I'm thinking about like other lawyers or even
Yeah.
other people in the industry.
I give a hard cut lah. I give a hard cut
Like
to myself.
3 a.m.
Like 2:30, I like okay. I think cannot already. Yeah, then I'll MIA. Yeah.
Is life more stressful now as compared to being a lawyer?
I would say it's a different kind of stress lah. I mean I think you would also kind of relate, like doing business is a different kind of stress. But I did one day think about it, cause I mean doing business also finances is not very stable lah, right? So then when one day I woke up, I was like, wow, this is like one of the worst days of my life. It's so difficult. Wow, very stressful. And then I tried to recount how good it would be to go back to law, right? And then I was like, oh no, let's not do that. Cause when I was in law, though I was okay, I would like to think I'm good at the work lah. Yeah, I think my bosses and the partners in the firm thinks I did good work, but I really hated every single moment of my life. I sighed like every 5 seconds. My wife said, my wife back then was my girlfriend lah. Then she was like, "Wow, you really sigh like every like 5 seconds."
So she was very supportive when you left.
I think for her, it was. I become even me, but like for her, she was like on the fence. I think because I told her when she graduated that she should just do whatever she wants to do lah, right? For 1 year, if doesn't work out, then same kind of similar situation. Doesn't work out, then you go and do other things lah. Back then she was like earning like $1,000 for a month
Social media lah.
through social media, and then COVID happened, and then her income like.
Actually, COVID should help social media, right?
Yeah, COVID helped her a lot. Yeah, really. So for me, she was also, I think, replicating that with me lah. Like say, okay, if you really want to quit, then you quit lah, right? Cause also she cannot take complaints. She's the kind that she will not deal with people complaining. So every day complain to her. I think she got sick of it lah. But I think the turning point was when she met one of her friends who has like 2 or 3 kids, and the husband hate his job so much that he asked his wife like, "Can I quit?" And then the wife said like, "Yeah, go ahead and quit. Because I don't want you to feel like you hate every single moment of your life lah." And then for her it's like, oh, if she has 2 kids and a lot of liabilities, she can allow him to quit, then like why not like prioritize like my husband to be's happiness also. So she gave me the green light, and then I quit. I mean, my parents did say like, hey, if you really want to quit, you need to ask for your wife's permission. I said, okay. So they thought that she would say no, but she said yes.
So if she say no, then you won't quit. Then you won't quit.
Of course lah. I mean the whole kind of like kind of like the nucleus of how I pitched this to her parents, right? Is that I will be the stable one and she'll be the one that can do whatever she wants, you know, like I'll be a lawyer, I'll be earning good income and she can do whatever she wants.
I think she's more stable
now
than you
she's
now.
more stable. But I think that's the beauty of like I think our relation. I'm really very grateful for our relationship that like we support each other in our down times lah. Yeah, like when it is my turn to be unstable, she supports it. Then she always says this lah. Hey, you know, but certain time I want to be the one to be unstable. You need to be the one that bring in the money after that. Then I'm like yeah, I will. I hold that I'll promise you that I'll do it lah, and I will find my own way to do it, and I'm very grateful that it happens for both of us lah. I mean, honestly, she's like very amazing. I mean, she look good. She's smart. She has money and all. Then she then look at me like scruffy and all. But I think she really has more faith in me than me sometimes. And I think having that from your loved ones, from your other half or your loved ones is very important. And I think that's one of the very big reasons why like I really like treasure this relationship lah. Yeah.
Oh, don't cry, leh.
No, I'm not crying. Yeah.
Send a love letter to me.
Yeah, but I think moving out from law, I think I actually did speak to quite a lot of lawyers recently also, and a lot of them are high flying, like partner level, and some of them don't really know what they want in life, and they are already like at the peak of their craft, you know. Yeah.
But I guess you get cannot stuck lah, but just in that cycle of okay, you're earning a lot, but it's because you're earning so much, then it's not worth exiting anymore. Just because you're earning so much already. Then if I exit, I go down to zero.
And that creates a problem also, right? Because it's like you have that lifestyle, you're already so deep in the I won't say hole, but like in the industry, that like it's almost impossible to let go of that lifestyle and try something else.
So much harder to
try.
So which is good that you exited 1 year in.
It's good that you didn't even do anything.
So in my head I was like, wow, if I make partner, then I'm earning 20k, I don't think I will leave. I'm like, just take my 20k every month.
Yeah. And some of them not even 20k. Some when you get equity, it's like even harder to leave, right?
Right.
You have to leave like that whole lifestyle and all the your big condos in the CBD type to go and do something that you're not even sure of the landscape of, right? I think it's quite
so
scary.
it's a bit different.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like I see a lot of stories of lawyers leaving.
Yes.
And they go into a very, very interesting industry, like baking, everything. Which makes you think that actually lawyers are super creative. They really can do a lot of things.
I think we have a lot of pent up frustration. Right? In law school, we are all actually very creative. Wow, a lot of musicians, everyone can do high performing and everything.
Then suddenly like they go law, then don't have already. Then when they exit,
then
they
it's
just
like
flourish.
it's
crazy.
like midlife crisis and really like flourish, right?
Yeah. So cool, you still sing now?
I don't really have the time lah, right?
Because I remember when I first met you, you were still like doing a lot of like those singing stuff. I remember I play your song in the gym.
Yeah, but I think for me, your passion is fitness lah, right? My passion was music and stuff, but I think actually the back of it is mainly creativity. So I find that in building businesses lah, and doing businesses that has some relation to media.
I saw that on your podcast.
Yeah. And I think I used to not be able to let go of that, like the music part. It was haunting me for like 10 years, 15 years. But I think recently I've been able to just let that go and let it manifest in other ways. And I mean, if I still have all my instruments and I still play for fun, like on occasion during my breaks between work lah, right? So, but other than that, I'm okay to like just let it be a hobby lor. Yeah, I used to be like, oh, like I can't just let this be a hobby, but now it's like, oh, okay, I admit that I am not as good as I thought I was, but at the same time, I do enjoy it, but this creative energy had a phase, and now I want apply this creative energy in another way lah. Yeah. For you, it's the physical energies.
Actually, not really. I feel like now my focus is not really about myself. Like, yes, I still wanna be fit, that kind, but I won't go crazy, like work out like 5 hours a day, that kind. I still wanna spend more time and effort into the business, into helping other people also.
So what's next for the business part?
We will see. So actually our lease is ending in a year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 3-year lease. So our lease ending in a year.
So I'm expecting a very nice place after that.
So we'll see whether we will stay in that same location or we will expand. I think our capacity is doing well. I feel it's like 80% or so now. So if we can grow it a little bit more, then almost max capacity, then we need to find a bigger gym. So that's a good thing. Yeah, so we strive to make it bigger and better each time. Like even like for Kampung Games, we make sure like, okay, each year we want to make it bigger and better.
Yeah.
So like next year we want to bring Kampung Games out. Yeah,
Nice.
looking for sponsors. Yeah, so we want to bring it out that kind. So just to kind of serve the community a bit. Like honestly, Kampung Games is kind we don't earn. It's really very hard.
Just
to earn.
our lah.
Yeah, so cover law. So I think this kind is just to bring it out and get in some brand visibility and just let our community have some fun.
That's great, man. Okay, thanks so much for watching. This is the end of this episode, and you can find Shuqi at
CrossFit Kampung.
Yeah, and okay, see you guys in the next episode. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment down below, and see you.